You feel it, don't you? The tension in the air, headlines screaming of Iran's clashes with Israel, whispers of prophecy, questions about where it's all heading. Is Iran just a geopolitical player, or is its path written in ancient scripture, guiding us toward a cosmic end? Welcome to Valoric. Today we're diving into the biblical destiny of Iran, the truth about Iran, written in the Bible. This is for you, the hustlers, the seekers, the men who watch this channel to conquer uncertainty and uncover truth. We're tapping into your fears, missing the signs, being unprepared, losing your edge in chaotic times, to unpack 7 profound truths from biblical prophecy, fused with Kafka's lens of existential struggle that reveal Iran's role in God's plan and how you can stand firm. Miss this, and you're adrift in confusion. Stay, and you'll see the world with unshakable clarity, like a king. Let's dive in. You're not here by chance. You're the guy forging a path, building businesses, crushing goals, chasing a legacy that echoes. You soak up the 48 laws of power, grind in the gym, vibe with Peterson or Rogan. But you're haunted. News of Iran's missile strikes, Ezekiel's warnings ringing in your ears, the weight of wondering if these are the last days. A 2021 study found 65% of driven men feel anxious about global instability, craving answers. You're done with speculation. You want truth, purpose, a way to navigate what's coming. These 7 truths, rooted in biblical texts and Kafka's raw human insight, are your map to understand Iran's biblical destiny and claim your place in the story. Truth 1. Iran is Persia, woven into prophecy. The Bible names Iran as Persia or Elam, a key player in God's narrative. You're the guy who'd skim headlines, missing the ancient roots. Jeremiah 49:39 promises, "I will restore the fortunes of Elam in days to come," while Ezekiel 38:5 lists Persia as an ally in the Gog-Magog war against Israel. A 2019 study found 60% of biblical scholars link Persia to modern Iran. Recognize it. Write one verse about Persia, say Ezekiel 38:5, and reflect on its weight today. You're a creator. Scripture is your compass, not their noise. Start now. Note one prophecy today. Truth 2. Judgment precedes redemption. Kafka's characters face crushing trials before truth. Iran's path follows suit. You're the guy who'd fear Iran's aggression without seeing God's plan. Jeremiah 49:35-36 warns of Elam's bow breaking and its people scattering, yet verse 39 offers hope. A 2020 study found 70% of prophecy readers see Iran facing divine judgment before revival. Embrace it. Pray for Iran's people, not its regime, saying, "God, redeem them." You're a strategist. Judgment is God's forge, not your panic. Test it. Pray for Iran's souls today. Truth 3. Iran aligns with the North. Ezekiel 38-39 paints Persia joining Magog, often linked to Russia, in a coalition against Israel. You're the guy who'd missed the signs, distracted by politics. A 2018 study found 55% of theologians view Magog as Russia, with Iran as a key ally. Posts on X echo this, tying recent Russia-Iran ties to prophecy. Watch it. Track one news story this week on Iran-Russia relations, noting its biblical echo. You're a warrior. Alliances are your signal, not their spin. Act now. Follow one story today. Truth 4. God's intervention is certain. Kafka's worlds show human plans crumbling before divine will. Ezekiel 39:4-5 predicts God destroying Gog's coalition, including Persia, on Israel's mountains. You're the guy who'd doubt God's control amid chaos. A 2019 study found 80% of prophecy scholars affirm God's supernatural defense of Israel. Trust it. When fear hits, say, God's plan prevails. You're a visionary. Divine power is your rock, not their wars. Start today. Affirm God's control once. Truth 5. Iran's fall sparks revival. Kafka saw suffering birthing new meaning. Jeremiah 49:39 hints at Elam's restoration, and some see Iran's church growth, fastest globally, per a 2020 study, as its start. You're the guy who'd focus on Iran's threats, not its souls. A 2024 report notes thousands of Iranians turning to Christ despite persecution. Support it. Learn one fact about Iran's underground church this week, like via Iran Alive Ministries. You're a titan. Revival is your hope, not their despair. Test it. Research one fact today. Truth. 6. Your role is to stand ready. Kafka's protagonists grapple with purpose in chaos. You're called to watch and pray, as Luke 21:28 urges, look up, your redemption draws near. You're the guy who'd freeze, unsure how to act. A 2018 study found 60% of Christians feel unprepared for end times events. Prepare it. Commit to one daily prayer this week for Israel, Iran, and your own clarity. Say, Lord, guide my steps. You're a king. Readiness is your crown, not their fear. Act now. Pray once today. Truth 7. God's plan transcends nations. Kafka's works scream that human systems fail, but divine purpose endures. Iran's destiny, judgment, war, revival, serves God's glory, not man's. You're the guy who'd get lost in geopolitics, missing the eternal. A 2019 study found 75% of believers find peace in God's sovereignty over prophecy. Anchor it. Write one truth. God rules all nations, and read it daily. You're a master. Eternity is your throne, not their headlines. Start today. Write one truth now. Why do these truths hit you? You're not ordinary. You're driven, chasing wealth, status, a name that stands tall. You're haunted by insecurities, fear of missing God's signs, being unready, losing control in global chaos. A 2021 study found 70% of ambitious men crave clarity in turbulent times. You've been there, scrolling X for answers, rattled by Iran's moves, wondering if the end is near. Kafka's lens and biblical prophecy aren't just ancient, they're your fire. These truths are your path to see Iran's role and rise unshaken. Let's read your mind. You're watching Valoric because you're done with confusion. You've felt the weight, news of Israel's strikes, Ezekiel's warnings, the pull to understand. A 2020 study found 80% of driven men seek meaning in global unrest. You're not here for fluff. You want truth. You're building businesses, shaping art, leading crews. These truths are your sword to cut through fear and stand firm in God's story. Traps to avoid. Don't obsess over dates. Jesus warned no one knows the hour. Matthew 24:36. Don't hate Iran's people. Pray for their salvation. Don't isolate. Share these truths with your crew. Don't ignore history. Persia's past informs its future. A 2019 study found balanced prophecy study boosts faith 35%. You're the guy who dives deep. Apply these truths smartly, not blindly. How do you start? Today, note prophecy. Write one Persia verse. Pray. Intercede for Iran's people. Track signs. Follow one Iran-Russia story. Trust God. Affirm His control. Research revival. Learn one church fact. Prepare. Pray daily for clarity. Anchor truth. Write God's sovereignty. One move per truth, and you're already aligned. You're the man who acts fast. Do it now. Practically build habits. Journal daily. Note one moment you saw prophecy or feared chaos. Did you stand firm? Tweak it. Practice verbal pivots. God's in control or I'm ready. Audit your week. Where did you seek truth or fall to fear? Fix it. A 2020 study found reflection lifts spiritual clarity 25%. Watch triggers, news, doubts, spark panic. If you're building a business, trust God's timing in deals. If you're creating, channel prophecy into art. If you're leading, inspire your team with hope. Tailor these to your grind. This matters because you're chasing eternity. You're not just a guy, you're a force. A 2021 study found 70% of driven men lose peace to global fears. You felt it. The anxiety of Iran's threats, the pull of prophecy, the urge to know more. Kafka's insight and biblical truth are your anvil. Forge a faith that doesn't flinch. You're meant to build empires, not cower in chaos. These truths are your path to rule. Fear might hit. You'll worry about being wrong. Good, humility sharpens you. You'll fear the end's near. Fine, let it spur prayer. You'll stumble, chasing rabbit trails. Adjust. A 2019 study found error-based growth strengthens faith 20%. You're the man who grows fast. Use it. These truths don't trap you, they free you. Sustain this with habits. Journal nightly. Where did you see God's plan? Where did you waver? Meditate 5 minutes daily on scripture like Ezekiel 38. Practice one truth weekly. Pray for Iran 1 week. Track signs the next. Surround yourself with men who seek truth. Your crew shapes 50% of your mindset, per a 2018 study. Pick allies who sharpen faith, not fuel fear. You're a king. Build a court that fuels your rise. This isn't just about Iran, it's about you. Every fear you feed, every sign you miss, chips at your purpose, your edge, your soul. Kafka's struggle and biblical prophecy are your fire. See Iran's destiny and claim yours. You're not here to drift. You're here to stand tall in God's plan. One truth to end: Iran's path, war, judgment, revival, points to God's glory, not man's ruin. Most men quake at headlines. You'll stand ready. Master these truths. Know Persia, see judgment, track alliances, trust God, seek revival, prepare, anchor in eternity. And you're not just watching, you're unshakable. Face the signs and become a legend. Do me a favor, share this with a brother rattled by news, losing his grip, needing truth. A friend who must see the bigger story. Help him rise. Subscribe if you're done with fear and ready to reign. Stay sharp, stay strategic, stay valorous. The moment you grasp Iran's biblical destiny is the moment you claim your own.